Hey YouTube, Rook here from Rook, Geek, and this is my little channel on Anweb for all things geeky and cool. We have another Star Wars review we're taking a look at today, guys. This happens to be a Disney Store exclusive for Force Awakens, the Resistance X-Wing Fighter die-cast vehicle. This entire vehicle that you see here is all metal. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this inside a breakdown. We're going to open the box up, we're going to crack her open, we're going to look at any paint, we're going to look at any accessories, we're going to look at articulation, if any, and ask the question to you, the consumer, is this worth your money? I happen to get this one at a discount, and I'll put a link up above so you can see the actual video in which I got this guy. So he was actually on sale. So even on sale, we asked that question in the breakdown, is it worth your money? Back in a second, guys. Stay tuned. Okay guys, we're in our breakdown segment looking at the Star Wars Force Awakens Disney Store exclusive Resistance X-Wing Fighter die-cast vehicle. So before we do anything like we always do, we will take a look at the packaging. And the packaging is pretty interesting. It's a nice window box. The vehicle comes displayed inside of it. It gets tied down pretty extensively, where you have to basically untie it. It's all taped in place, so it's secure very, very well. Right here we actually have a side shot of it. You have a little write-up on the back of it here which talks about the vehicle itself. You can pause the video and read it yourself if you want to take a look at it. And of course you have the Star Wars logo on the other side. Now let's actually take a look at the vehicle itself. This is very, very heavy. It's not a very light vehicle. As you can see here, this is the Resistance fighter that they use in the Force Awakens from all angles. Nice paint for most of the vehicle. The back is the biggest issue that I see here, guys. It looks like the paint's uneven and it's kind of splotchy on the rear of the vehicle. Now I don't know if it's mine or they did that for all of them. Now as far as the articulation with this particular vehicle goes, you can deploy the S-wings. They can deploy so you can get the traditional X-wing fighter as you normally see. Which is really, really nice. I like how you can actually deploy the wings in attack mode, which normal Star Wars vehicles have here. Again, it is very, very heavy. It's not, I mean, it's, as you can hear, up to my mic, it is solid. This is a solid piece of metal, which I really, really like. Now, let's look at the basically accessories, I guess we'll call them accessories. It's these landing gear that comes with. I'm not happy with these landing gears. And I'll kind of show you up to the camera what they look like. It's a little piece of plastic, but the problem is the leg is plastic here, but this piece that hooks in, I don't know if you can see it really well, this little piece, this little strut, is rather gummy. As you see me wiggling it around, it's not stiff. So when you attach this into the actual X-Wing, as I'll do in a second here, I don't think they did the right, I don't think they used the right material. They basically have, so you will see, there's 3 points. I'll kind of turn it this way. You'll see it here. 1 here and 2 in each wing, where you actually plug these pieces into. There's no instruction manual with this. You just basically, it doesn't tell you which position to put them into as far as, because it has 2 different faces. It has like this pointed face, as you see here. I'll say a little pointed face here, and this little back piece here. So I wasn't sure which way it really went. I went with it pointed, I guess. Again, there's no directions. It doesn't tell you which way is the right way. I mean, you have to put a very little amount of pressure on this, because if you put a lot of pressure into these legs, they begin to buckle and they cave in on themselves because the material they use isn't good. So I'll put it down here and you can see it stand. I'll probably display it like this. I really wish they would have had a better piece they would have used for these landing gear portions. That point that you stick in, as soon as you put pressure, it starts bending and wiggling. I think that's bad implementation in my opinion. Also, if we look at the ion cannons here, these are bent. This came out of the packaging bent like this. I did not bend them. This is straight out of box. I simply deployed the S-foils. They're not called S-wings, they're called S-foils. Yes, I did correct myself. As soon as I deployed the S-foils, I'm like, why are these things bent? Maybe with a hair dryer or something like that, I can actually fix that position so to be straight. Just food for thought, guys. So if you do get this, they might be bent on yours. But all in all, I think it's a pretty good representation of the actual X-wing. It does have the S-foil You can deploy it. It's simple. There's no button to press. You just simply grab the top and push down, and they go in and out rather easily. In this mode, it's very difficult when you have the S foils deployed. As you can see here, especially in the front, I'll turn it around. The front landing gear does not touch in this mode, which I think is a design choice. I think that's how it is in the movies. When they always launch, they're always collapsed in. And again, if you see here, the leg falls right out. I don't mind plugging the leg in. I'm just concerned with it over time, just wear and tear. It will just basically fall apart and not be able to stand any longer. So, I mean, the idea was sound, but the execution was really flawed. I hope you like this breakdown segment. Let's go to final thoughts and wrap up this video. Okay guys, final thoughts on the Disney Star Wars Force Awakens Resistance X-Wing fighter, the metallic version, die-cast metal that is. I think this is a good vehicle. Hear me out. There are issues and problems with it. Again, the paint is okay. There's some blemishes. It looks like it's on the back of the vehicle, as we talked about in the breakdown. It looks like it's maybe sloppily placed, or maybe it's this version I have here. The bad part, of course, is the ion cannons on the wings. They are bent, and that's how I found it out of the box. It came out that way. And the really cheap landing gear design, as we talked about. I don't like what they did with the landing gear. I think they're so wobbly, and when you try to plug these in, the post bends. It's not static. It doesn't stay in place, which you think it should. They should have made the entire thing out of plastic, not this cheap gummy material, which is what they made it out of. I think they put so much detail and emphasis into the vehicle itself, they went cheap with the landing gear. Also, landing gear, as we talked about, you can only have it in the wings when the wings are fully down as far as real design of it, because if you extend the wings, it doesn't sit right. But I think that's from a design perspective of how it works in the actual Star Wars movies, where you see the planes get deployed or take off, the S-wheels are always closed. So I think that's basically the way it should be, and I think that was okay. But for the money, if you ask me, $10, the price of this one, originally, it got on sale for $5.99, is well worth the money. I think it's a very good representation, even for a metal vehicle like this. So I highly recommend it in that respect. So I hope you guys like this video. Always click that like. Always smash that subscribe button, guys. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care, and bye-bye.